everybody, 5 or 6 people this week and last week, I guess over the last 2 weeks, have come in with shoulder pain. And they've never had it before, right? So it's a problem, right? It hurts every time you move your arm. And again, just like with some of these other injuries, the biggest thing I hear is, hey doc, I don't know what I didn't do anything. Nothing happened. I don't know why it just started hurting. So here's what's happening. Working from home is painful in a lot of different ways. But the main thing that I'm seeing is people were not ready to work for many months from home. So they've got all these ad hoc kind of workstation setups, kitchen counter, kitchen table. It's not the same as when they were at work, right? In their office. And so the problem is this: we are being forced into postures for long periods of time that we weren't meant to be in. And it affects us whether we realize it or not. All right, less than 7% of the nervous system actually sends signals of pain. Very little portion sends signals of pain. So there's not a great feedback mechanism to tell us that what we're doing is wrong. By the time we feel pain, something has been a problem for a long time, all right? So what about the shoulder issue, right? Here's what's happening with the last 4 people I've talked to. Their keyboard is too high, their desk is wherever it is, I don't know. But I do know that the keyboard is too high because they took pictures from the side and showed me, right? And what happens is, if I just slightly shrug my shoulders, whether I recognize it or not, and my elbow is just slightly out to the side, less than 30 degrees, right? 2 or 3 very specific muscles are contracting, and they're contracting constantly when they're not supposed to, all right? Muscles that contract, that are forced to contract continuously when they're not supposed to, they get sore. They pull on the tendinous junction that attaches the muscle to the bone, right? And through a couple of other mechanisms, you get inflammation, right? This particular muscle that you guys are dealing with happens to be supraspinatus. It's one of the 4 muscles of the rotator cuff, right? This particular one happens to run underneath the upper trap, dives underneath this bony process called the acromion process, and attaches to the humerus, right? What's weird about this muscle is when there's a problem with it, it tends to refer, and it'll refer kind of down the back of the shoulder, right? And so people think they got a problem with this, with their deltoid, with the shoulder muscles, right? And they're rubbing it down here and it hurts, right? Because the pain is there. It's not really where the problem is. The answer is you have to get your home set up correct. You've got to do it. Once you get a rotator cuff injury, right? Tendonitis of the rotator cuff, man, they can be very tough to fix, all right? Now look, the 4 of you that we've talked with, you've got a protocol to fix these rotator cuffs. It's already working for you in a couple of days. Stay after it. Do not miss any of the steps. There's 4 steps that I've given you. It will work every time with this particular rotator cuff injury. Don't give up on it. It's gonna take about a week and a half, all right? If you have any questions about the details, just again, call, text, or email. Let's get you a full analysis if you haven't had one and make sure that this is the actual problem. All kinds of different things cause shoulder pain. This just happens to be the most, it seems like the most popular one here for the last 2 weeks, all right? Hope it helps. Let's get the mystery out of all these injuries, all right?